Hello everybody, I am back. I'm in the same thing I was wearing in my last video because I'm still in the same seat. I haven't gotten up. I'm just going to film a couple of things in a row. I don't make enough time to do these videos and it's rainy outside and dark, so I'm inside and bad lighting, but my child is sleeping and my husband's not here, the dog's not running around. It's kind of easy. So we'll see how far I get into this, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the stuff that I got from Big Lots. You know, Philosophy has launched a brand, or not a brand, but a line of makeup products, and you know, for the most part, I don't think it did really well. You know, lots of brands try to do this, you know, that start in skincare and they try to like branch out, and for whatever reason they don't succeed. But I mean, it's not a reflection on the brand. I just think that maybe they weren't, who knows, whatever. So anyway, they were closing out the cosmetics in their line and they all wound up at Big Lots for $3. Everything that I got was $3, and I believe like all of this stuff retailed for, you know, 20 or so each, or maybe even more, maybe a little less, but definitely a good deal. So here, and there's one more thing behind there. Anyway, so I'll show you the things that I got. I will start off with, well, I'm actually wearing a lot of the makeup currently. Like, I'm wearing the blush, the highlighter, one of the eyeshadow things that I got, and the illuminator. So I'm wearing pretty much everything. I'll start by how I go about it on my face. So the first thing that I got was the Heavenly Light Pink Illuminator. I don't really know how they wanted you to use this. Let's see, it says show your skin in the best light with skin-loving moisture and brightening botanicals. Instantly restores radiance for heavenly luminosity. Wear alone, over makeup, or mix it with foundation. It's free of parabens, phthalates, mineral oil, talc, sulfates, all the things you don't want. So anyway, I guess I did wear it the way it was intended. I used it sort of as a primer because if you keep up with me on my blog, I've recently gotten into putting a luminous base down and then putting my regular foundation over that. And it gives me the effect of real skin. And I like that you can see my freckles through my skin. And like, I have imperfections that I don't really try to cover up too much. You know, everybody's human. I'm not trying to look like I'm wearing a mask. What I do like is to put luminous, you know, primers or whatever you want to call them, luminizers, on your skin first, because it'll thin out the top layer of the foundation and just really give you the sense of great skin. And I don't have great skin, but I get complimented on my skin a lot, and I think that's crazy because I probably have some of the, you know, most problematic skin, at least in my opinion, than a lot of people. But you know, it comes in a brush like this. One side says on, if you can see that. Boop. Yeah, on. And then this side says off, which I've currently got the clicky thing too. But all you gotta do is spin it around and push, and product comes out through the brush. I'm gonna go back because I squished out too much to start with. You know, those little brush applicators. And that's probably why this one didn't do well, because I don't even like the lip glosses that do that. You just get too much product out all at once and it just turns into sort of a mess, which you can see like it's all in the cap, and that just gets on my nerves. I'm not like an OCD, overly clean type of person, but I definitely don't like it, you know, things like this. But anyway, so you just, you know, paint on the luminizer, and I mean, it's not, smells nice. It's not sparkly at all, actually. It's just a nice, creamy, hydrating, moisturizing look. And as you see, my hand does look moisturized, and It's hard to see anything in this light, and I'm sorry. But anyway, so the lighting is what it is, and I don't know, I really like it. I think that I don't look any worse or better than I normally do. Maybe a little better. I don't know. You tell me. So, but I like this. I'm really actually pretty happy with it, and I may go back and get another one. I don't know. I don't like getting backups of anything, but with the way that I've been going through these different illuminizers on the base, you know, for bases underneath my makeup, I've just really liked it. It all started with the Origins Vitazing, and I started putting that under my foundation, and then I got a sample of the Shoe Stage Performer and loved it. And then I got the Clarins Instant Light Complexion Perfector. Love it, and it's the one that I'm currently stuck on. And now I've got this, and then I bought another Shoe Stage Performer, so I am set. You know what, I'm just talked myself out of buying a second one of these, but maybe I'll buy one for a giveaway. The item that I got is the Amazing Grace Shimmering Face Powder. And I don't know if they really intend for you to put this all over your face, because it is super sparkly, and you know, I love the packaging. The one thing I will say they got right is good packaging, other than that illuminator. Anyway, but their compacts are just super, you can see everything. I didn't even think about this. So you're about to see my whole setup. I'm totally just winging this. I've got my makeup my makeup mirror right there, my phone right here, and yes, my phone is sitting on a box of wipes, because I was thinking I needed wipes, because I'm probably going to swatch some stuff. Anyway, but you don't even need a mirror, like you can just look right into them. Anyway, and look, you can see it is pigmented for, you know, a highlight. And I'm going to put this actually over where I just did the luminizer. So you can see what a pretty highlight this is. I just lightly used it this morning in this area right here, just to add, you know, some dimension to my face, because I need it. But yeah, I really like the luminizer. So if you see that, do grab it, because it is a nice highlight. Are the blushes. I got two different blushes. One of them is Look on the Bright Side in 03 and Feel Warm All Over in 02. One of them is a bright pink and the other one's more of a coral. Is, you know, a little bit more basic. It's just the black, you know, compact. And then you get to the inside, and this one is Bright Side. This is the one I'm actually wearing today. It is very subtle. I will say that the pigmentation on this one isn't as great as it possibly could be. I'll go ahead and swatch it. So you see, that is not really exactly the same thing. And then I'll rub this on to my hand, and you'll see, like, it's not the most pigmented blush, which not everybody wants a super pigmented blush. Like, it's a nice cream blush. I will say that I usually can't wear cream blush, and it did last, you know, and keep me slightly flushed throughout most of the day. You know, it's starting to wear off now, but I mean, heck, it's 9 at night, and this has been on since 7 this morning. I know I should have already taken this off, but I wanted to make this video. Feel Warm All Over, same packaging, and then this one is the more coral shade, and I'll probably wear it tomorrow. Let's see. This one's gonna go right next to that. See, these just aren't the most pigmented, but I mean, they look nice on my cheeks today. This is right here. So this one's a brighter pink and this one's more of a coral. Like I said, you really can't see it too much. But This one's probably something that I'd go for more than that bright pink. I just don't tend to wear brighter pinks or anything. That is the eyeshadows that I picked up. They had this really super nice little duo, and this one is much smaller than this big facial powder. You know, it's just a small duo, and you open it up, and this one's called Heaven and Earth. Isn't that what it's called? Yes, Heaven and Earth. And this is what I currently have on my eyes. I started out by putting Heaven from lash to brow, and then I just lightly put this in the crease, and then I decided I needed more because it didn't look like anything, so I packed this color, you know, onto the lid. And these look like they're going to be decently pigmented, but for the most part, I find that their eyeshadows just aren't the best. These two are actually, you know, nicer than the next palette I'm going to show you, because these are sort of soft and creamy. But they're just the pigmentation, it's not as dark as I would like it to be. This palette is called Windows to the Soul, I believe. And it says, philosophy, let your soul be your guide. Comes in a little box like that. And then the packaging for it is like the cream blushes. It's just a black palette instead of the silver compact. And it gives you a little clear plastic thing with instructions that just go right over the color if you need those. And this has a nice little mirror. You can see my kid's picture. Anyway, so I'm going to turn that down. It gives you a light shade, like a taupey brown shade, a purple shade, and a darker shade. Me saying that these are, you know, what they are, these are not very pigmented at all. And I don't even really like the formula of them that much. They're sort of silky, but they're not all that pigmented. They're not all that blendable. I'm getting a lot of product on my fingertips, so it's about to look like they're awesome. But I assure you that these are not the best, which is probably why they didn't do well. But here are the shades from the palette, and I'm going to put them right here. So you're going to see, I'm going to just start right there, and I've put a lot on. Okay, so, you can see how it skips, and it's just, it didn't go on very smooth, and I could even like keep rubbing it in and it's still not going to smooth out. It's just, they're not the best. But that being said, I'm sure that I will get some use out of it. If anything, just to give it to a friend of mine if they want it. You know, people that don't tend to use, you know, the more expensive brands. This is like drugstore makeup. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Well, even drugstore makeup has gotten better than this, but this palette is just not that good. So that is my final thought on that. It's the last item that I got. So if you guys are interested in trying the Philosophy stuff, you may like this, you may not. I mean, I'm just letting you know my opinion. And, oh, and this little palette actually comes with a little dual-sided brush, like a teeny tiny little brush, and then a regular size brush. Still pretty small, but this one would be okay for packing on, and it's actually really soft. You know, maybe this would be good for detail work, I don't know, but it's nice that they give you a little brush. But anyway, my overall thoughts of the stuff that I got, pretty decent. The only thing that I'm not a real big fan of is the eyeshadow, but I feel like I'm kind of snobby when it comes to eyeshadow anyway. I have very specific things that I like. Oh, no, here's the name of it. This is called Plum Delicious. Yeah, so that's everything I got, and they've got a whole section of it at your local Big Lots, so get to your local Big Lots. Thank you guys, and you have a good day.